Tacoma, Washington, 8 a.m. on August 25, 2020. Kassandra Cantrell, 33 years old, is standing at the threshold of death, though she believes it is the doorway to a happy family. Inside her body, a tiny heart, 10 weeks old, is beating its first rhythms. She came here to find a father for her child. But the man waiting inside, Colin Dudley, 41 years old, had no intention of becoming a father. While Kassandra carried hope with her, Colin had already prepared the scene. There were no diapers, no toys, only industrial-grade trash bags, a bicycle for escape, and a cold-blooded script already locked and loaded. The next 140 minutes would become proof of the darkest cruelty of the human heart, leading to a sentence that to this day the public angrily calls a slap in the face of justice. July 2020. A fateful text message was sent. Kassandra sent her best friend a photo of a pregnancy test showing 2 lines, along with the words, "I think I'm pregnant." She began to dream. She made shopping lists, chose baby names, painted a rosy future on Amazon. But Kassandra innocently did not know that what was growing inside her was not a gift to the child's father. To Colin Dudley, it was a tumor that needed to be cut out, evidence that threatened the free life he was enjoying. Colin Dudley, 41 years old, a chef with a polished appearance, living a calm life with a new partner. But behind that perfect exterior was an unbreakable rule: never have children. He saw the child's existence as an invasion, a threat to the private world he had carefully built. He did not see the baby as his own flesh and blood. He saw it as a target to be eliminated. When Kassandra gathered the courage to share the truth, she prepared herself for rage. But no, Colin responded with a calmness that was chilling. No shouting, no denial. He gently invited her to his house. "Don't worry, come here. We'll take care of this." Kassandra exhaled in relief, believing it was the kindness of a future father. A mistake. It was not kindness. It was the patience of a hunter waiting for prey to step into his sights. That invitation was the opening shot of a first-degree murder plot, the morning of August 25th. While the city of Tacoma was still half asleep, Colin Dudley began his day. 6:45 a.m. He stopped at a gas station. 7 a.m. He walked into Costco. He did not buy food for dinner. He went straight to the household supplies aisle. His target was specific: a box of the thickest industrial trash bags. He told police they were for spring cleaning, but we all know he was not planning to clean. He was preparing packaging for a body. 8 a.m. Colin's precision moved into phase 2, creating an alibi. He drove his Chevy Colorado truck to the Tacoma Dome Station parking garage and left it there. Why? To separate the truck from the crime scene that was about to unfold. Then he took a bicycle, put on a helmet, and pedaled back home. 20 minutes of silent cycling. He needed to get back in time. He needed to be home before the prey arrived. A timeline calculated down to the minute. 8:05 a.m. Kassandra parked outside the house. She texted, "I'm a little early, is that okay?" Colin replied immediately, "That's fine. Come on in." Kassandra adjusted her makeup, smiled at her reflection in the mirror, believing she was about to have a civil conversation. She did not know that, in the basement, Colin had just finished stowing the bicycle and laying out plastic sheets. She knocked on the door. The door opened, and that was the last moment sunlight ever touched Kassandra Cantrell. The door closed. 140 minutes passed. During that time, no one saw Kassandra. No messages were sent. At the local cell tower, 2 phone signals merged at Colin Dudley's house. They stayed still, motionless. Down in the basement, Colin turned his place of recreation into a slaughterhouse. He attacked her with brutal force. He took the life of the woman who once loved him, and of the child who never had a chance to be born. After that came the sound of running water. He began to scrub. He used cleaning chemicals to erase his own bloodshed. But he did not know this. Blood can be washed away, but data is immortal. 11 a.m. Colin turned off his own phone. He thought he had become invisible, but in a fatal moment of carelessness, or perhaps the arrogance of a killer, he slipped Kassandra's phone into his pocket while transporting her body. He drove her car to an industrial area and abandoned it like a piece of trash. He walked back to the parking garage and calmly retrieved his truck. He thought no one was watching. But the phone in his pocket was silently screaming. It recorded every step, every mile, every second he moved a dead body. It drew a crime map, detailed, down to the millimeter. Colin threw Kassandra's phone into the depths of Puget Sound, believing the secret was buried beneath cold water. But he forgot about another witness sitting right under his driver's seat, the truck's black box. Police extracted the vehicle's brain, and it told the entire horrifying story. In the early hours of the next morning, the truck traveled to a remote ravine and stopped for exactly 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Just enough time to drag a heavy object from the truck bed and push it down the slope. When police looked at those coordinates on the map, they knew they had found her. In the stillness of the forest, Kassandra's journey came to an end. When she was found, the tattoo on her shoulder was still visible, like a final declaration of how she lived. We don't stop playing because we grow old. That was how she lived, fully and passionately, until her final moment. The pain her family felt that day cannot be put into words. All hopes for a new life, for a child's laughter, vanished into nothingness, leaving behind a vast silence in the hearts of those left behind. 26 years in prison. That was the final sentence handed down by the court. Some called it excessive leniency, others were outraged, but to Kassandra's family, no number would ever be enough, because no sentence could ever bring her back. Colin Dudley may one day walk free, but her family will live forever with their grief. Justice sometimes is nothing more than a painful consolation. Kassandra's story has ended, but it leaves us with a powerful reminder. In love and in life, intuition is often our quietest protector. If you feel uneasy, even for a moment, listen to it. Never place your trust or your safety in someone else's hands without certainty. Love yourself enough to know when to walk away and when to seek help. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this story today. If you found value in this video, please subscribe and share it with the women you love. Your support helps this channel continue carrying these lessons even further. Goodbye, and may you always be safe.